What's up, guys? Nate from Famous Racing Customs here, doing a little bit of an update. 48 Ford Custom Coupe 3-in-1. Everybody was super excited. I was super excited. Things did not go to plan. As it sits right now, there it is. Those dots are just colors that I'm thinking about using because I'm still going to do this. That pink was, it looked good. Everything was going great. I let it dry for probably a solid half a day. Went to go wet sand it, and it was still soft. I don't know why. That's so soft, in fact, that all this I did just barely even scraping. I was kind of upset. Plus, I messed up on the paint anyway, right here. Yeah, just thought I was becoming a badass with the airbrush, and it showed me that I am not. So, but I learned something, so it's not a total loss. This black is bitchin'. I love the black. I'm going to do the top probably this red color, but I'm also going to use a little bit of this sparkly red over top of it, so it'll get one coat of red and then one coat of the sparkly over the red. So yeah, there's that, and then this was how it was coming out. Just beautiful. As you can see, I continually just screwed it up because once I just thought I was being a badass with it, and yeah, I was not. This sucked bad. So the only problem is now is I'm not sure if Purple Power will even put a dent in nail polish, because I actually wiped off a lot of the pink on the body with paint thinner, with that paint thinner actually. Dabbed it on a towel and was just kind of wiping it off to see, if it would just come off that way. I guess experimenting while the body was ruined, so to speak. It took the pink off with no problem, but man, that black is solid. So, if not, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, and I'll just sand the shit out of it. So, in the meantime, I was off today and decided I'll go ahead and try to finish up the 65 step side. So I believe in the last conversation I had said something about doing a complete color change. It was orange and silver, and it was painted much like my original one, except for where the green was orange and where the white was silver. And it was alright. It looked okay. It just wasn't doing it for me, though. Maybe if I'd have done it orange and white, like a creamsicle, I would have probably left it. I probably would have just left it alone. Just did orange and white. So I'd gotten that pearl white, but I was already into doing a color change because just because I wasn't happy with it, and I didn't want to have to try to go and find another thing, because it was spray painted with neon spray paint. I don't know, it was the only orange I could find. Only good orange I could find. I wanted something that was nice and bright and popped, and neon was the only thing I could find. So, decided to go a different route because I was looking at all my models, and if you look, you know, I got a bright yellow one, I got a couple of blues, I got this spectacular blue one there. This is actually red and black, red and flat black, blue, purple and green, blue, two more green ones over there. That one back there is pink. And I was thinking, you know what? I don't have a shiny black truck, and I love black vehicles. I don't have a shiny black truck. How can I not have a shiny black truck? So, I have a shiny black truck. Now this has only got the first coat of clear on it. I'm letting it dry. It's actually going to be probably next weekend before I get back to it, so it'll have plenty of time to dry. So I do need to color sand it. Went ahead and put the decals. I just wanted a little bit more color in it. That was it. So I went ahead and put the decals on it, and so there's the flame on that one, and it really is nice. It's a pearl white. It looks a little bumpy. It's kind of weird. It didn't look that bumpy when I left it. That may be bad. That may not. I don't know. It may work out. Still got a color sand to do. So, still got to color sand it and a couple more coats of paint. But there we go. I didn't paint the underside of it because I don't know. I saw the pearl white and it was just, I don't know how well you can see it. But I mean, it's such a beautiful white, this pearl white that I'm using. I'll have to do some really good photos of it. Hopefully I can fix all that issue of the bumps. That's really weird. Yeah. But it was kind of soft too when I first started. I didn't get a chance to color sand it before I put the clear coat on. So, oh, it's fairly flat underneath there. Yep. I don't know. We'll find out. So, anyways, so yeah, so I went ahead and put just the flames on the front fenders. This truck calls to have flames on the back fenders too, but I ended up using both my decal sheets because I had two trucks, and I messed up on the hood and one of the door decals. But if you look at the rear, this is for the bed of the truck, and I mean they're so close together, and I just didn't think it would look good on the back of the truck, so I left it out. There's the hood. It's kind of menacing looking. Don't know if you can see that, but I got the light decals in there. That was not an easy task. It was very much a pain in the ass. Bruce preferred to paint it silver and the amber color I have. So, the bed of the truck now. The tailgate is kind of a funny story. I'll have to go through and repaint the black. So, good thing the tailgate comes off still. And redo those decals. Those decals are individual decals, and they are a pain in the ass, as you can tell by how not straight it is. The paint, I forgot totally when I painted this truck. I completely forgot about the tailgate. So the tailgate wasn't even painted until about 2 seconds before, not 2 seconds literally, but just a few minutes before I put the first coat of clear on, and I didn't airbrush it. I hand painted the tailgate. So if you can see, the clear did not like the paint that I was using, so I'll probably be stripping that down and redoing it. But I mean, it's not looking bad. Got the wood floor in and screwed it up. I got some paint on the wood floor. Okay. Well, but whatever. Guess this was gonna happen. So yeah, that's that. So it's black and pearl white with a white flame and green pinstripe on the flame. So, but you know, honestly, I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. You know, it's just, I am getting better with the airbrushing, and I'm becoming more confident with it. The problem that I'm having right now is, well, with the pink, I should have went back and looked at the Dr. Kinky videos about decanting, and I should have looked at my books about decanting, because that pink is actually decanted, and if you've never decanted to use in an airbrush before, like I've decanted because I was going to eventually put it in an airbrush, but I never made it. It never made it to the airbrush. So I've decanted before. That's not hard to do. But apparently you gotta let it breathe. And apparently you gotta let it breathe for a really long time. I let it breathe wide open for at least a solid 45 minutes. The very least a solid 45 minutes. Put a cap on it, and notice that a lot of the flake had just fallen to the bottom, so I shook it to get the flake back in there, and when I popped the top on it, it was like a soda can. It just all over my garage floor. I spent the next 20 minutes with acetone on a rag and cleaning all the paint up off my garage floor. I was not happy about it, and it did that 3 times. Finally just said, you know what, screw it. With the top open, I kind of swirled it around to try to pick up some of the paint, put it in my airbrush and shot it, and I'm pretty sure that's the result of that, not letting that breathe. Possibly could be was the same thing with the that pearl white. I don't know. At this point, I've been working on them for a few hours today. I'm just working on them here and there anymore. So yeah, that's about it. You know, just here and there and getting what I can done. And I mean, I'm kind of at the point, it's summertime again, and you know, we're spending a lot more time outside. And it's always funny because it's like the wintertime is too cold to paint, and the summertime it's great to paint, but you have other things to do because you're outside the house. So I don't know. We'll see what's gonna go on. Plus, I'm trying to save up some money. I got a truck. My truck's going out on me, so I gotta save money for a new one. So it may be. I mean, like I said, I've got plenty of models to keep me going for a while. So just comes to the point when everything gets saved up. When I get a new vehicle and stuff like that, I may need to go out and buy some more. Maybe do a couple of redos. I know there's a few models I'd like to tear back down and give another go. You know, maybe I'll do that. You know, the great thing about about this hobby is, even when you don't have the money, there's always something to do. You know, I'd really love to get another big rig and some styrene and really just, I'd love just to create a big rig that was just laying frame with the fenders, you know, custom fenders and stuff like that. I have thoughts in my head all the time about stuff, but the Pete's done. I'm not going to tear the Pete apart. I love that truck the way it is. If I was going to change anything, it'd probably be some detail painting here and there. You know, but that's really about it. I wouldn't tear it all the way back down. All the detail paintings on the outside. So, yeah. Alright guys, so I rambled on. Hope everybody liked it. You know, for the 48, it's just a tragic thing that happened. But I've learned a lesson. I wasn't really even sure what I was going to do with that. I'm still not even completely sure what I'm going to do with it. Because, to be quite honest, I originally only bought that for some suspension pieces, maybe the wheels and tires, and the engine. And then I kind of looked at it and I saw how detailed everything was. And if anybody's actually ever watched any of my videos, know how much I am for detailing. And I love to build detailed models. I mean, super detailed. And this has got it. It's super detailed. May not be particularly happy with the body, but I can work around that. So, you know. Same thing with my 57 Chevy. This is the 100th anniversary. This is the furthest I've gotten, just because I'm trying to do everything right the first time. And there's a lot of firsts for me in that build, like first for weathering, which, I mean, once I get it done, I'm really waiting on. I want some custom air cleaners for it. And I used the ones that I wanted, which were from the, well, I didn't have, okay, so first of all, I didn't have the 57 Chevy when I did this, but the hat that I wanted and the filter setup that I wanted came off the the Bandit Trans Am, and it's right there. That's one of them. It's the air breather for my motorcycle. So, but those are the air breathers that I want, and I just don't have any more. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, stuff happens. That's kind of out of my control right now. And, yeah, so, you know, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is, and that's pretty much what's taken that one, and actually getting the time and pulling out that, pulling the body out and stripping it back down to repainting it. I haven't really touched the Monaco. The Monaco just sits in one place because I like staring at it, which is right there. And, yeah, so I really haven't done much to that either. So that's going to be my plan this weekend, is to work on that a little bit. Maybe probably do some chassis stuff to it. I think I have a plan for the interior tub. I don't know yet. that interior tab doesn't quite fit right. Ooh. So, and it's just kind of all wrong for that car. So, I have an idea for the actual Monaco interior pan, but we'll get to that when I get to that. So, yeah, like I said, I got plenty to do. So, anyways, yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. So, Nate from Famous Racing Customs, and I'll see you in the next video.